Every adventure has a destination, but not every destination is worth the ride. Let's find out. Every rider has a list of roads they've heard about for years. Roads that seem to appear again and again in conversations, ride reports, and stories shared by fellow motorcyclists. For me, several of these roads could be found in Northern California. Highway 36, the Avenue of the Giants, Highway 299, and Highway 3. Roads known for towering forests, endless curves, remote mountain scenery, and some of the most memorable riding experiences in the western United States. For years, I'd listened to riders describe these roads with almost legendary status. Some called Highway 36 one of the finest motorcycle roads in California. Others spoke about the Avenue of the Giants as a place every rider should experience at least once. Highway 299 and Highway 3 offered a different promise, connecting mountain communities, river canyons, and stretches of pavement that seemed purpose-built for motorcycles. The trip would be my opportunity to experience them all firsthand. Over the next 3 days, I'd ride through towering redwood forests, cross mountain passes, follow winding rivers, and explore some of Northern California's most celebrated roads. The scenery would exceed expectations. Some roads would surprise me. Others would fully live up to their reputation. But before the trip was over, there was one question that needed an answer. Were these legendary Northern California roads truly worth the adventure? Hey, good afternoon. I'm getting off work here at TP Trucking and about to head out for a 3-day ride. Gonna take off out of here, head down to Red Bluff, spend the night there, and then tomorrow I'm going to cut across Highway 36 to Avenue of the Giants. And then on day 3, we're going to go across Highway 299 and then head north on Highway 3. So I've heard a lot about these roads from a lot of riders over the years, and I'm really looking forward to this ride. So we're gonna gear up, saddle up, and hit the road and find out if this is worth the adventure. With work in the rearview mirror, the adventure was officially underway. The plan for the evening was simple: ride south to Red Bluff, California, get some rest, and be ready for an early start the next morning. While today's miles would primarily be about positioning for the adventure ahead, it was hard not to think about the roads waiting beyond the horizon. Highway 36 had been on my list for years. Riders consistently described it as one of Northern California's premier motorcycle roads, a route filled with endless curves and spectacular scenery. Beyond Highway 36, the trip would also include Avenue of the Giants, Highway 299, and Highway 3, each with a reputation for providing memorable riding experiences. As the miles rolled by and Mount Shasta appeared in the distance, anticipation continued to build. One of the things I enjoy most about motorcycle travel is the sense of possibility that comes with the first day of a trip. The adventure hasn't really begun yet, but you know it's just around the corner. Crossing into California, I settled into the ride and enjoyed the scenery along the way. There was no rush tonight. The goal was simply to enjoy the journey, arrive safely in Red Bluff, and prepare for what promised to be an incredible few days on some of Northern California's most talked about roads. As the sun began to lower in the sky and Red Bluff drew closer, the excitement was only growing. Tomorrow would finally be my first opportunity to experience Highway 36 and find out whether its legendary reputation was well deserved. made it to today's destination, down to Red Bluff. Got the transit ride done. It was a warm one. Triple digits, all 185 miles. Started out about 102, 103 degrees in Central Point, and the temperature gradually rose all the way to Redding. When I got to Redding, it was 112 degrees. Definitely had to hydrate for this one, and try to stay cool as much as possible in the heat. Got here down in Red Bluff, it was 108 degrees when I arrived here. So currently waiting on a couple buddies. They're gonna come pick me up. We're gonna go to a restaurant called Green Barn. It's a local place here in Red Bluff. Heard good things about it, family-owned restaurant, and have some food. So a little backstory on this morning is I went to dinner last night with Colin and Steve. And while we're at dinner, they suggested that they come out and ride with me for the first 50 miles from Red Bluff to Platina. So they're here this morning, and we're gonna get started on this ride out to on Highway 36. All right, we're gonna gear up, saddle up, and hit the road. Few roads in California are as legendary among motorcyclists as Highway 36. Stretching from Red Bluff to the Pacific coast near Fortuna, this route crosses ranchlands, remote mountains, deep river canyons, and redwood forests in a single ride. Originally built to connect isolated communities across Northern California, the road followed the only practical path through rugged terrain long before modern freeways existed. The reason Highway 36 is so famously curvy is simple. Engineers had to work with the landscape, not against it. Instead of cutting straight through mountains, the road follows ridgelines, wraps around canyons, and winds through the coast range, creating mile after mile of twists and elevation changes. Today, with more than 140 miles of nearly continuous curves, Highway 36 has become one of the premier motorcycle roads in the country, offering an unforgettable ride from the Sacramento Valley all the way to the redwoods and the Pacific coast. Okay, we made it here to Wildwood, about 50 miles away from Red Bluff. So what a cool ride. The roads are all curves. Still got about, I don't know, 80 more miles, 90 more miles to go to get to 101. I'm gonna get some food here, and we'll get back on the bike afterwards. Okay, out here, stopped at this little cool scenic spot, came across another rider, yeah, just met Alan. He's riding a Harley. Let's see what he's all about. All right, Alan, how you doing today, man?
Pretty good, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. So just cruising down Highway 36, came across you. What are you up to?
Riding 36 from Red Bluff all the way hopefully to the coast, and having a fun day, eating a nice dinner and ride back.
All right, you have an idea where you're gonna have dinner?
No, not really.
Okay, so you're just winging it today. Winging it. All right, just like us guys on motorcycles do. Yeah. Hey, so what year, make, and model is your bike?
2002 883 Sportster.
How long you had it?
10 years exactly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She's got about 30,000 on it now, and when I first got it had about 4.
All right.
She set 2 years once because broke down on me, and I was ready to go to Fort Bragg for 4th of July, and it got hot and wouldn't start, and got disgusted and parked it and waited till my son got a bike, and I said, well, it's time to get a run again.
Okay.
Turned out to be a $20 Amazon part in one day. It made me feel bad.
So 2 years, and it ended up being a $20 Amazon part.
$20 ignition coil. It was there already Thursday. It was there before I got off work on Friday.
Oh, man.
It just kind of made me sad that I set for 2 years.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, man, it's really great to meet you, and I hope you have a safe ride today, sir.
You too.
Some roads are simply traveled. The Avenue of the Giants is experienced, winding beneath some of the tallest and oldest living trees on Earth. This legendary roadway carries you through a cathedral of ancient redwoods that have stood for centuries. But no photograph or video can truly capture the scale of this place. The towering trunks, the filtered sunlight, the silence beneath the canopy, and the feeling of standing beside something so immense can only be understood in person. Whether you're riding through its gentle curves or walking among the giants themselves, the Avenue of the Giants is one of those rare places that leaves you feeling both small and deeply connected to the natural world. And this is my little spot for dinner tonight, outside. So I found a restaurant to eat at. I was going to eat at A Taste of Bim. I went there, and they're actually closed. So I checked into an alternate family-owned restaurant and came up with Brick and Fire Bistro. And so that's where I rode over to, and this place is insanely busy. It's not a huge place, so man, I went to check in and it's packed inside, crazy. So they got me a little table outside, so I'm sitting out here, chilling out, waiting for my food. But listen, let's talk about today's ride. Got up this morning and took off from Red Bluff with Colin and Steve, and then Colin's brother JD showed up. So that was really cool. Those guys decided to ride with me. We rode to the cutoff for Highway 3. We ate at a place called Wildwood, in Wildwood, and that was really cool. And from there, I took off and went across 36. 36 is curves, like lots of curves, like so many curves that you feel like Mike Tyson is pounding you. 140 miles. I think they say it's over 1,800 curves, and it was wild. Went to Avenue of the Giants, checked that out, and that was cool as well. The big giant redwoods are really cool. Yeah, got to the Airbnb, and then here for dinner. So just waiting on food. And tomorrow, we're gonna get back at it. Day 3. Good morning. We are on day number 3 of this adventure. Just getting all packed up to get on the road. It's about 7:30 this morning here in Eureka, California. So we're just going to take 299 across to the 3, head to Weaverville, head north on Highway 3, and get into Wairika that way. But that should be a really good road also. Highway 3 is pretty cool. I haven't been on the point from Weaverville to Callahan, so that'll be a new experience. Yeah, so that's what we got going on this morning. Leaving the Redwood coast behind, Highway 299 begins one of Northern California's most spectacular journeys. Following the Trinity River deep into the mountains, the road winds through dense forests, rugged canyons, and sweeping turns that seem built for motorcycling. Much of the route follows natural river corridors and mountain passes that have served travelers for generations, connecting isolated communities long before modern transportation reached this region. More than just a highway, Route 299 is a journey through the heart of Trinity County, combining rich history, endless scenery, and some of the finest mountain riding in the American West. So, we're in this little town of Willow Creek, and stopped here at Osprey Cafe, get something to drink. Got a cool little coffee, white chocolate mocha, of course, and it's just an update for the morning. I went over, coming across Highway 299, and went over some couple cool mountain ranges, dropped down into Willow Creek, and it's been an excellent ride. Got to ride up through a mountain with haze, a lot of haze and fog, and then we popped out into the sunshine. That was really something you don't see all the time as a rider. So from here, gonna get back on the bike. We got about 50 miles to Weaverville, jump on Highway 3, go north on that road, and yeah, finish up my coffee, get back to riding. Made it to Weaverville. Just walking down the streets a little bit, checking some things out. Not a lot going on today, Sunday. Everything seems to be closed here. I mean, nothing is happening. But it's been a good ride. About to jump on the Highway 3 and head north to Gazelle, California. It's about 85 miles north of here. And then from there, I'll get on I-5 and finish the ride home. Leaving Weaverville, Highway 3 heads north into the heart of the Trinity Alps, following rivers, climbing mountain slopes, and carving its way through some of Northern California's most beautiful backcountry. Designated as part of the Trinity Heritage Scenic Byway, this route has connected remote mountain communities for generations and follows corridors first used by miners, settlers, and native peoples traveling through the region. The road parallels the Trinity River before climbing over Scott Mountain, where sweeping turns, forested ridgelines, and expansive views define the ride. The curves aren't there by accident. Like many historic mountain roads, Highway 3 follows the natural contours of the landscape, winding through valleys and over passes rather than cutting straight through them. As the mountains give way to the wide open beauty of Scott Valley and the shadow of Mount Shasta in the distance, Highway 3 delivers the kind of ride that reminds us why we seek out the roads less traveled. All right, I'm here in Wairika. This is the last stop for the cool roads. Next road I jump on is Interstate 5 for the last part of the ride home. About 100 miles or so. So, man, it's warm. Gonna get this last stretch done, get home, get this gear off, and get in the shower and the AC. All right. Saddle up, get going. All right, I am home from the 3-day adventure down to NorCal, across some really cool roads. So, you know, the first day was just from Central Point down to Red Bluff on Interstate 5. Not a big deal. It was hot. It was hot, like 112, 113 degrees. But hey, everything worked out good. I made it to Red Bluff. Road Highway 36. That is an exhilarating road. Corners are fast, tight. The corners hit you repetitively all the time. You're riding a right-hand turn, and then you got to flip back and hit the left-hand turn immediately. So, you know, after a while, man, that road wears you out. Then we hit Avenue of the Giants. What an enchanting place. Words don't do it justice. You got to be there. Photos, videos, words. You got to be there on the ground and experiencing the feel, the vibe, the canopy of trees, the intermittent sunlight that comes through. So Avenue of the Giants was really cool. Highway 299 was amazing. When I hit that road, it was foggy. All the fog and the haze was low, and I was riding right through it. And then as we climbed a little bit in elevation, next thing we know, there's just beautiful sunlight. That was a really cool experience. And Highway 3, really fast corners, lots of elevation, lots of fast sweeping turns, not really tight. And then we climb over Scott Mountain, which was a huge climb to the top. And then we come down the other side into the valley, which was absolutely gorgeous. So this ride was spectacular on a lot of levels, and I would absolutely do it again. This whole adventure was absolutely worth the ride, and I highly recommend, if you get an opportunity, to go experience it yourself on 2 wheels. So thanks for watching MTA Adventures, and we'll catch you on the next ride.